Hey, what's going on, everyone? Justin here at Triumphal Reads, and in this video we're going to be doing a quick review of a vintage National Geographic Society book, and it's Our Inviting Eastern Parklands, from Acadia to the Everglades. And what this book does is we go through the 8 national parks that are found on the eastern seaboard of the United States. I'll just list them off real fast. We have Acadia National Park, which is in Maine, which is partly why I picked this book up, just because I'm really... me and my wife have deep connections with Acadia National Park in Bar Harbor, but there's that one, Mammoth Cave National Park, the Great Smoky Mountains and Shenandoah Parks, Biscayne National Park, the Everglades, Dry Tortugas, and the Virgin Islands. And this book, I kind of just picked it up first just because it had Acadia National Park. But this is actually a really good book. Basically, we have different authors, or reporters, or whatever they're called, I guess, freelance writers for National Geographic Society. But they had people and photographers go to each of these national parks and basically just do like kind of whatever they wanted there, to find like sightseeing or look at animals or go scuba diving, all the kind of cool stuff like that, basically. And they also have lots of like sort of interviews with either park rangers or guides or people that like locals that live there and stuff. And I learned actually quite a bit about certain parks, such as like the Smokies and stuff, where there actually are some people that still basically live there, even though you're not allowed to live there now, I don't think, basically, because it is a national park. But basically they had to like relocate tons of people and stuff. And also there's some history, like for example the Dry Tortugas is this weird like almost like Pentagon like fortress, basically just like out, technically I think it's almost like a Florida keep. It's basically kind of out in like the Gulf of Mexico a little bit. Basically in the 1800s the Americans were like, or Americas was like, we need like a fortress out in that strait somewhere. And then they start building it, and like it never got finished because it's like a little spit of land that's like a square mile maybe. But yeah, that was just like a complete disaster. But the good news is they were able to turn into a national park, like 100 years later. So kind of works out in the end, I guess. But like I said, this is obviously it's National Geographic, so it's like got really great photographs and images and maps. Obviously, just tons of them, like all over the place. As you guys probably could guess, just because it's National Geographic Society. But a lot of the information is really good. It deals with the flora and fauna of the different locales and kind of what pressures they're under, or even if it's just like political pressure for the park itself. I thought that was really cool. I did like the little vignettes with all the different like locals or the local scientists or experts of that area. That's always like really cool to me personally, anyways. And it's just cool like learning about new places like the Mammoth Caves, the biggest like cave system basically in the world, and how like insane that is, like literally hundreds of miles of cave tunnels. Don't know how brave I would be to like go through that for that long, but everyone, like all the kids and stuff, even like they have like whole sections of tunnels just for kids and stuff. So I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, it's a pretty straightforward book. Basically added a couple places that I want to go basically at some point in my lifetime. Just added to that list. But like I said, I kind of picked it up just because of Acadia National Park. That's where my wife and I, or that's where we got engaged, and then the next year we got married. Well, we got married in Bar Harbor, but it's like literally right, and you can see the park like where you are. But so it was kind of cool, just like revisiting like some of those locations. But like I said, just really cool. If you like lots of great photographs and great information on basically places like national parks or the those kind of locales, you should definitely go check out this book. And this was kind of interesting because I've never really read a National Geographic book. This is kind of like a 90s one, so it's kind of older now, I guess you could say, since they put out tons like every year. So I thought that was kind of cool. I might start picking more of them up. If you guys have any National Geographic Society books that you really enjoy, leave them down below in the comments, and I'll definitely check them out. And if you have any questions or comments about this one, just leave them down below as well. I'll be glad to talk to you. And whatever you guys end up reading, always remember, read victoriously. Oh, and I almost forgot. I'm gonna give Our Inviting Eastern Parklands 4 out of 5 stars.